absolutely love a watermelon peperomia, and I know you do too. I want to turn this into a master peperomia bowl. I'm going to put this watermelon peperomias in together with this. I will put them in a lovely big bowl and we will make magic. I'm going to use this Lechuza self-watering pot, and I'm going to create my watermelon masterpiece in this. I've chosen this pot because it's self-watering, so I'll be able to tell when I need to top up the reservoir. I've done something a little bit different to this though. I have made some additional ventilation holes in this pot, and that's because I just want my roots to have a bit more air going through that leca and giving it a bit more life. It is self-watering, so as you can see, those legs that deep into the reservoir have all these spaces. So I have my leca sitting in there and they'll be in contact with the nutrient solution through there. So that is going to be brilliant. In order to do that, I've got some additional watermelon peperomia plants. I don't have the patience to wait for it to grow. That might take a really long time. So I've got these plants here that are going to help. These plants were initially living in soil. They've been living in my CLONEX clone solution. That's the root system there. They've been in that solution for a number of weeks now, actually. So I think they're doing rather well. And this is the other one here. That is huge. It's quite huge. I really like that. This plant is actually flowering as well. And of course we need leca. I've got a lot of leca that has been pre-soaking in my CLONEX clone solution, again, for not less than 24 hours, guys. It's really important for that root system. I'll bring you down and we'll get started. I have my potting tub here. I've got the sides clipped on because I don't want that leca flying everywhere. I'll put some leca into that. So just about that will do. Now, the first thing I do is grab the plant that's previously been living in leca. That's this one over here. That's that pot there. So I'm just going to dump this leca in that, and I will show you. Ooh. That is what that root system looks like. It's very delicate. So I'm just going to place that there. Just ever so gently, just putting that there, and I'll grab my other plants. We put this one here. Grab my next plant. That's this one over here. And I will put this one in this space here. And I'm just moving some leca there so I can have that in position. Now that I've got my plants in position, I'm just going to fill that leca around and make sure that they're steady. So I make sure that I'm filling all the spaces with leca. So just lift up the plant if you need to and just fill up everywhere. So I'm using the leca to help position my plant. So I want this to move slightly away, and I'll pack that with more leca. That is my bowl of watermelon peperomias. I'll just pick that up and show you. Look at that. How fantastic does that look? That looks absolutely brilliant. Now, I need to do one more thing before we finish this off. I'm going to clean up this plant a bit because there's quite a few spent flowers and some leaves that aren't looking so great. I'm going to just clip and get rid of all that, so we're starting from a really good place. I mean, look at that. That just needs to go. So I'll get rid of things that look like that. Okay, I am pretty happy with that. This is the reservoir for my plant, and I will chuck that inside pot into that. And that is the magic right there. I'm going to fill up the reservoir. Now it's really easy to fill up the reservoir in a Lechuza pot because you've got that little place over here and you just put your nutrient solution in that and you watch the indicator rise and that tells you whether it's at minimum or at maximum. I've got 2 liters of foliage focus in here and I'm just going to put that through. That is now telling me that my reservoir is at maximum. This is my watermelon peperomia super pot. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I really hope that these leaves continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You know I love big leaves. I cannot get past the plant with big leaves. I've got a free ebook actually that shows you how I make my plants get big leaves. Just check in the description below. I've got a link that'll take you to that. I know you loved watching this because you love watermelon peperomias. Check out this video where I convert a variegated watermelon peperomia from soil to leca. I'll see you there.